You've been applying to jobs for a while now and you keep hearing you're overqualified. What does that even mean? I mean, being overqualified, wouldn't that mean that you are qualified, if not even better? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you some reasons why you're hearing this and hopefully give you some solutions to overcome it. If we haven't met, I'm Jeremy Nichols. I'm a hospitality headhunter and recruiter, and I've been doing this for over 20 years. Talent acquisition, recruiting, and onboarding. And on this channel, I'm here to help you, the candidate, navigate through this current hiring market with solutions and reasons why you are facing some of the hurdles that you're facing, and also help you as you go through your interview process, meet with hiring managers, get that job offer, and hopefully get your foot through the door. Well, you clicked on this video because you've probably already heard that you are overqualified. And as frustrating as that can be, I'm hoping to give you some reasons why you're hearing it. And maybe with those reasons, you can think about how to attack these issues as you are going through the interview process. It might not save you in prior interviews that you've already had or prior conversations that you've had with the recruiters, but it's going to at least be in the back of your head, and you can use it to hopefully position yourself better as you are doing your interviews. So, reason number one, you are out of their salary range. Now, a lot of candidates will tell me, well, it depends on the salary range, and maybe it can be a fit for me going forward if we have a conversation, we talk about bonus. But the fact is, most positions and most companies already have in their budget what the range is. And in a lot of positions, there's a wide range on what a title may demand. And I talk about this a lot in my salary negotiations video, and you can click on a link right here. And in that video, I'll go in a lot more depth on how to negotiate your salary. But when companies think that you're out of the range, chances are you probably are. You come with a background and a pedigree of a lot of experience, and they know what your position will dictate in that market. Now, you might be very flexible in your salary, even though your salary base might be 150 and you know they're going for somebody at 120. And if you are generally and genuinely open to going to a lower rate, then you have to address it right away. Before they tell you you're overqualified, bring up the salary. That might help you get your foot through the door and get the conversation to a next step. But if you do that, and if you are flexible with your salary, you better hold to it, because if there's an offer and it comes out lower than what your range is, and you said prior in the interview you're open to 120, you better believe that the recruiter jotted it down and they will tell the hiring manager. Those notes will go to the final stage and the job offer letter. So don't muddy the process. If you are overqualified and looking for more money, then just accept it and move on. Chances are, if you are over their salary range, they are looking for somebody greener, somebody that might have been an assistant director if you're a director, or somebody that was maybe a supervisor if you're looking for a manager role, someone they can take in and move up into the position and pay a lower salary. So that is reason one. Reason number two is they don't think you are going to stick around. They think that you're just taking this position to get through until you find your dream job, until you find your next step. Now, that is an assumption, and it's not fair. I mean, if you are applying to the job and you really want that position, who are they to assume that you're not going to be happy there? That should be talked about in the interview. But most hiring managers and recruiters won't take the time to navigate that interview and find out if you will be happy. So it's your job to bring it up in the beginning. Again, a lot of the tips that I'm going to give you is all about addressing the elephant in the room, having your elevator pitch and being prepared for these obstacles that you are going to face when you are quote unquote overqualified. Don't let them assume that you're not going to be happy. And you're probably wondering, I didn't even get an interview. I'm already being told I'm overqualified prior to an interview, or maybe they're not even replying to you and they're ghosting you. If you think that you're just being disqualified automatically and not even getting through the process, not even getting a phone call or an interview, try sending personalized video emails. Try emailing and addressing, again, the elephant in the room, that you want this position because in your life right now, this fits your lifestyle. Maybe you don't want that senior level position, and it's your job to explain that, because they're looking at so many resumes and they're making the assumptions very quick. Most recruiters, most hiring managers read your resume in 6 seconds, very quick. So you have to take that extra step to get in front of them. Okay, reason number 3 is you want growth in your career, you want to move up, and there is none. Maybe it's a smaller company, and this position, you're going to be at the top, and there's nowhere else to go, and they know that. Now, this will happen probably during the interview process. Something was said in the interview that you wanted to move up, and they know there is no room to grow, and quite frankly, they didn't have the guts to tell you in the interview. In this situation, it's probably best to cut your ties. If you're looking for growth and they don't have any, and you're overqualified, not going to be a fit. But that is my reason number 3. Reason number 4 on why you're hearing you're overqualified. Well, this one comes down to competition. Maybe someone in the interview process or someone who viewed your resume looks at you, looks at your pedigree, and knows that you are awesome and you are going to be direct competition to their career. Nobody wants to feel like they're going to get replaced. And if your pedigree and what you bring to the table surpasses the talent of the person interviewing you or the person you're going to report to, they probably don't want to have you on board. Now, I don't agree with that. If I was an owner or an operator or manager, I definitely want someone who's better than me working for me because it's going to make me look better. But most people aren't like that. So that's the truth. They look at you as a competition. This one's going to be a lot harder to get past. Now, how would you get past this obstacle if you really want to work for the company and this person who's interviewing you is your roadblock? Well, I would say it's going to take a little elbow grease on your part. So as you're going through interview processes and you're going through meeting with hiring managers and department heads, always do your research, look them up on LinkedIn, try to find out their background. And if you know that you're more qualified than them, in the interview, be very aware of that. And don't oversell yourself. Stay humble and maybe pull back on your capabilities just a tad when you're speaking to them. Get past the gatekeeper, and then you can be yourself. Now, this one, again, a lot more elbow grease, a little bit more digging in and looking into the company, but you can get past this obstacle. You just have to be a lot more savvy on how you interview. And reason number 5 is the reason that I don't like to bring up often, and that is age discrimination. Now, this one happens to a lot of candidates who say that they're told they're overqualified. And frankly, it's not right. There are laws in place, but no matter how much I hate to admit it, companies that do practice age discrimination are pretty slick on not letting that get out. If a company is practicing this, and this is a reason why you're being disqualified when you can bring so much value to their company, you dodged a bullet. You don't want anything to do with that company, and you don't want to be a part of that toxic culture. And it happens to the younger demographic too. There are sometimes there's searches that are out there, and there's somebody who's capable and willing and excited to jump into the next role, but they're told that they're lacking 2-5 years of experience in XYZ to get this role, or they're called too green, or they're not mature enough. So it is happening on both the young and the older. But again, to think about this and to obsess about this during the interview process, more importantly, to let it negatively impact your interview process is just useless. It's a waste of your time. It's going to get you down. And there are plenty of people out there that will hire you and companies that will drastically improve their operations with what you can bring. So just keep plugging away. And if you get a whiff of age discrimination and you have documentation to prove it, that's a whole other story, and the EEOC can definitely help you on that. My reason number 6, the recruiter is just nervous to give you feedback. This example right here, this one's just someone who probably isn't a recruiter, someone that was put in that position and just frankly doesn't know how to interview and just doesn't know how to give transparent feedback to somebody. And this is a situation where you can do your very best during the interview to ask for the feedback. If you know they're closing the interview down, they're asking you if you have some questions, and they're about to say their goodbyes, this is where you can ask for that feedback. Most of the time, if they didn't give it to you automatically, they might still be nervous to give it to you, but you can at least try to get that information from them, and hopefully they give you the feedback that you deserve. And my last reason why you are being told you're overqualified is they think that you're gonna be bored. Maybe this is a startup company, maybe this is a company that's larger that has all the SOPs already written and it's pretty much a turnkey operation. Whatever the case may be, there might not be a lot of challenges for you, and they know that, and they just think that you're gonna be bored. If you're not, and if you know that you're a shoo-in for this position, and if you know during this stage of your career this would be perfect for you, again, this is the time where you bring up the elephant in the room. You somehow bring it up in the conversation that you know they're thinking that. You could say something like, Jeremy, I know what you're thinking. You're looking at my resume right now, and I have a lot of experience, and I would hate for you to assume that I would be bored in this position. Where in my life right now, this would be ideal for me because of boom, boom, boom. And you give them that feedback right away. If you sense that they're thinking that, you address it right away. Look, there are probably a lot more reasons why you're being told that you're overqualified, but those are the main ones. Those are the ones that I know for a fact are happening because I'm talking to clients, hiring managers, recruiters, and candidates every single day. And this is the vast majority of the reasons why that I am hearing. But there are some solutions. Now, some candidates are working on their resumes and taking out some accolades, maybe dialing back some of their certifications and their experience. I don't recommend that. You've worked your career to get those, and they are very valuable. So if you're looking at tweaking your resume, again, it's your choice. I wouldn't recommend it. As I've said several times in this video already, the best way to tackle this is to be very savvy in the interview process and have your bullet points already set in the back of your head. If you sense that they are thinking that you're overqualified for certain reasons, already have your bullet points prepared. Have your elevator pitch written. I made a video that addresses all of this, and I'll post a link right here about your elevator pitch, addressing the elephant in the room. And that video will go into detail on how to do that. And also ways that you can tackle it. Now, being prepared and addressing these things in the conversation will definitely help. It's not a shoo-in, right? There are going to be bad companies and bad recruiters that will not push you through, but this will increase your odds and give you some ease. And in the long run, if a company is just being flat out lazy and calling you overqualified, you are definitely overqualified and you definitely do not want to work for them, right? Why would you want to take your expertise and go to a toxic culture? So I hope that this video has helped answer some of those questions, maybe gave you a little bit more confidence, and hopefully help you land that next position. And if you like this video, please hit that like button and click that subscribe button. I love having those subscribers because I am back to doing videos every single week and trying to help out this community. So you'll get those notifications when these videos come out, and I'm hoping that the content that I'm sharing is helping you and your friends and your family. So with that said, I hope you have a great week. Land that job. Shoot me a DM if you have any questions, or put a comment in the comments section below. I will answer any comments that I get. And if you want to send me a personal email, you can email me at jeremy@geckohospitality.com. Have a great week and see you next time.